Mira Nair is an Indian-American independent filmmaker who specializes in work for international audiences. She's won multiple awards for her films, but what about them is so special? It is undeniable that her style is distinct, and that is because she mixes filmmaking techniques and priorities from both India and America to make something new. Specifically, Mira Nair uses documentary camera work and Bollywood color to tell the stories of the often traumatic encounters across cultures. What do us Americans think of when we think of color in film? Do we even notice it unless we're told about it? Although any good filmmaker takes color into account when shooting, the average filmgoer oftentimes does not give it a second look. The use of color in American films is subtle, downplayed, used to enhance the scene, but is never at the forefront. In Indian films, however, color is so powerful it often feels more like a character in itself. From the stunning red of the bridal costumes to the piercing white of dream sequences, color is an active narrator in many popular Indian films. Though Mira Nair has never made a classical Bollywood film, she takes this heavy emphasis on color into all her work, which brings it all to life in a unique and refreshing way to the viewer. Mira Nair got her start in documentary filmmaking, with films like So Far From India and Children of a Desired Sex, depicting the more controversial elements of Indian culture under her belt. When she crossed into narrative films, she kept this technique to create more authentic, even cramped scenes. While the camera in commercial Hindi films aims to capture scenes in an appealing way, Nair's often handheld, up-close approach puts the viewer directly in the scene. She will sometimes sacrifice coverage to create this personal effect, which makes her films all the more personal and moving. With both of these techniques combined, Mira Nair brings the story of the immigrant, the diaspora, and the outcast to her screen over and over. In Mississippi Masala, she tells the story of Indo-Ugandans carving out a new life in the titular state.
I'm a mixed masala.
Hot and spicy.
In The Namesake, based on the novel by Jhumpa Lahiri, Nair depicts the personal journey of the son of Indian immigrant parents.
You know, he's willing to go on vacation with someone else's parents. But not to see his own.
In Vanity Fair, a poor girl is determined to climb the social ladder of the wealthy English elite.
You have no friends beyond the store.
I cannot let that girl profit from her scheming.
All of these stories depict the clash between cultures, sometimes gentle, sometimes violent. And with Nair's own clashing techniques, they bring even more weight to every encounter. Over and over, we see the story of Nair's life, the joys and difficulties it brings. And even if we may not understand completely, we feel it, we see it, and for an hour or two, we live it. Mira Nair's films, whether happy or tragic, are vivid and eye-catching. They bring the viewer into the world in a way that is unique from other filmmakers, and that is because she uses the color of Indian culture and the camera work of documentary to her narrative films.